Hi. Today I wanted to do a video on my Midori 10-year diary. So I got this in July and it starts from January, and it's strict in that sense that it starts in January, like the months are numbered. But there's no dates written. So you can start whenever in terms of dates, but for the months, it's kind of strict. So here's what it looks like. It's a beautiful deep red maroon color with gold detailing, embossing. How do you want to say it? It says 10-year with the doors. And it looks very stunning. Like I would want to keep it for 10 years. It looks like something that would be on a shelf, like a bookshelf, that has all the leather bound law books and all the classics, so it's a beautiful book to have as a display as well. So here's the start page. They have the start and the end date. You can write that, and then we go into the prologue. I guess you can give a little introduction. I think this is for when you start, and then maybe when you end. Oh, wait, it's a prologue for all the years, I think, that you write. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yep, it's a prologue for each year that you write. That's cool. And then there's also a blank page for, I don't know, I guess any thoughts that you would have, if you have any extra thoughts. And then it starts with January, the door, and then it goes on. So it has, what would you call it, symbols for each month. So there's January, February, March, April, May, June, July, August, September, October, November, December. So you can just jump to the months, which is very cool. Because it doesn't, okay, let me see. I don't think it has a bookmark. Yeah, it doesn't have a bookmark. So having the symbols for the month is very useful. And then you can also have a personal memo, all your details in case you lose it. Hopefully I never lose it, because 10 years is a very cool, I would love to see it till the end, And okay, I don't want to wait until January 2026. I want to start it now in August. So I'm going to just white out these months and then write down what I want. So here's how I'm going to set mine up. This is also what comes with it, by the way. And then it just tells you the different yearly diaries that they have. Okay, I wrote it down. I made a little plan on paper, rough plan. So since I'm starting in August, I think this is like the best way to do it, because I was looking at it and it works out perfectly. So I wrote down the month that it starts, so the normal calendar year, and then how many days are in that month. And then I wrote down how I want to start. So I'll be starting it in August, and then all the days here. So the problem arises with February, where they do give you 29 days. So the problem just arises that for the 30th of September, I won't have like an entry, because it ends on February 29th. So I have a negative day there. And then there's also a problem with June, because June ends on 30 days and then January has an extra one. So I have a -1 there as well. But then we have July with 31 days and February with maximum 29. So I get extra 2 days. So I'm going to adjust these two, so the September 30th and January 31st, with the extra ones that I get from July. So, because I'll be ending it maximum on February 29th. So let's look at it. Let's see. So July, let's go to July. Oh, wait, never mind. It does have bookmarks. Okay, that's good. It has two. One is navy and one is red. Oh, I love that combination. So this is a delight. Okay, let's see. So here it is July. Let's see how the setup is. So they have numbered the days. So you just have to write down the years. So since I'm starting in 2025, every 1st of July, or rather, I guess, February for me, I'll write it. So I'll write 2025, 1st of February, 2026, 1st of February, and then you have 10 days of the first day of the month, which is pretty cool. So let's see. Let's go all the way to 29th. So this will be on the leap years that February will have, and it will fill that up. But then I have these. So this I'll have for September 30th, this page. And then this 31st I'll have for January. So it's like numbered well too. I just have to white out this 7 and write 1, and white out this 7 and write 9. So I'm going to do that now and see how it looks, just so you get an idea. And okay, I try to start in July's for like, so it's like half of the year, and then you start in the half, so it's kind of balanced, I guess. But it doesn't work out because I had written it down. The days don't match up. This way, you know how I have -2 and then +2 and it works out perfectly? It doesn't work out that way with July, because if you start with July 31st, you get 31 here for August as well, and that gives you -2 days. And it throws everything off, is what I'm saying. So July doesn't work out. I don't know about the other months because I didn't try to write those down because I just didn't need to. Yeah, let's white out all of these months. Yeah, none of them are matching with these, so I'm gonna have to white out all of them. Okay, let's start. I have my Kukuyu. I don't know how this is gonna look, but let's find out. Okay, that wasn't the best whiting out, but this is my first time using this. I definitely should have practiced a little bit more, but I think it does the job. So I'm gonna let it dry and just white out all the 12 months, okay? I'm gonna speed the process up because I need you to see it. You know, if I had March as August, I could have just made this into an 8. Unfortunately, I have August for March, which I can't turn an 8 into a 3. You know, I realized something. I'm not very good at using a whiteout. I'm sure everyone watching is also thinking that. Wow, I wish I could reach into the screen and shake her and use a whiteout instead. But yeah, unfortunately, I'm alone and I have to do this on my own, and I suck at it. Okay, so I've whited out all the months. Let me show you the symbols for each month. So for January, you have a key, and it's all the way to the 31st of the month. And then after each month, you get a blank page. At first, when I thought I had negative days in my journal, I thought I would use this blank page, but it's not enough because you would need like a whole spread of 2 pages, but this is just 1. So that would have been a problem. But what I came up with is a better solution. So for February, you get handmaidens. Then for March, you get a butterfly. I tried to look online if there was any symbolism for the symbols, but I couldn't find anything. So I think they're just symbols. And then for April, you get, I think, a clover leaf, right? And then I love this one the most. For May, you get a balloon. The balloon looks so cute. And then for June, you get an umbrella. I think that's because, I mean, rainy season, probably. And then you get a dandelion or a flower of some sort for July. Oh, and halfway through June, you get a rainbow. Like on the 30th of June, you get a rainbow design, but it's just for the 30th, which is interesting. Um, I don't know what the design choice was for that, but it is interesting. I guess maybe because at the end of the rainy month, you get a little rainbow. That's how I'm going to look at it because it sounds kind of cute. But for me, for June, for me, it's going to be January. Oh, so the start of the month. The start of the month, I get a rainbow and an umbrella, which cute. Okay, July is a flower. And then for August, you get a fish. So there's a fish head and the tail. So it's like a little bit different. You can flip it. No, it doesn't flip like that. Never mind. For September, you have mushrooms. And for October, this is what I will miss, the pumpkin, because pumpkin is so on brand for October. That is like the one thing I would miss, because during this October, I will write my May entries, which doesn't really match with a pumpkin that much, but I don't know. I'm still excited. Let's see. And then for November, you get a hot cup of liquid, a mug with liquid in it, which is on brand for November as well, because winter season. And then December is a deer or a reindeer, probably for Christmas season, holiday seasons. So pretty cool. And then you also have an epilogue for all the 10 years. So you can write an epilogue for the end of each year, which I think is pretty cool. You know, now that I'm thinking about it, I kind of wish that I had gotten this in January, because starting at the start of the year and then writing an epilogue at the end of the year is like pretty cool. But I'm going to think of it as an academic year. Like, you know, all the colleges and schools start in August and then end in July. So I'm going to try and think of it that way, because I don't want to think about it another way. Because I don't want to wait until January to start this book. You know, I want to start it in August, especially now that I've whited out all the months with a lot of effort. I sucked at it, but I did it. And I was thinking about whiting out the months here too, and if you are a perfectionist, you can do that. But before I'm a perfectionist, I am lazy, and I don't want to do that. So I might just like scribble the month, because the days match. The days are fine. It's just the month that I would have to do something about. So yeah, that's my diary setup. And then I'm guessing you can have one bookmark at the beginning of the year. So, or no, at the beginning of the month. So if you're in January, you can put the bookmark here. Or yeah, if you're in January, you can put the one bookmark here at the beginning of the month. And then the second bookmark can be on each page as you go along. Or anyhow that you want, you know. And it came with a sleeve. I was hoping to keep it in a sleeve, but I mean, if I want to write in it every day, I'm probably going to not have the sleeve for long. I was also thinking of ways to keep up with it, and I was thinking I would write a whole week's entry at the end of the week. So from Sunday to Saturday, I'll sit down on Saturday night and write down. I'll see how it goes. I have been practicing writing every single day before I start this, just so I can get into the habit of keeping up with it. And so far, I've sort of done well. I have kind of tapered off some days, but I usually go through my camera roll and find if there are some pictures or anything that I did that day that is notable. And if there isn't, I just try to think of what I did. But I was thinking that writing a whole week's entry would also be cool. So I'll come up with another video of how different ways that you can keep up with this 10-year diary. So for now, I'll be signing off. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.